That's why this is the prep. That's why. Okay. It's Simone on the microphone. On the microphone. It's Simone. Definitely not doing my eyes like that for the real one. What's up, y'all? I'll make this list right quick because I got all kinds of stuff to say. And then happy Halloween, which I think will be the name of the live today. Happy Halloween, Halloween. And I might even do hashtag Happy Halloween inside of my description. I want to talk about ego and how people pay big money for ego. Might be, I don't know. I don't even want to say it might be harder to get your money if you like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, because anything's possible, all possibilities, bitch. But yeah, so that, and then blocking, because they bringing that back up. They talking about like weird people watching your show versus blocking. This is my thing. I respect all God's creatures. So it's this thin line between somebody weird and having bad intent and watching somebody versus the content creator just mad that the audience ain't doing what they want them to do. Like, they trying to control. It's like I only want people on my platform like who I could control and manipulate. And on a certain level, like that's kind of weird. So that's what more me personally I'll be paying attention to, because as far as I'm concerned, everybody weird as fuck. Like all y'all weird. All y'all weird. I'm weird, you weird, like because unless we just all in the same body, like we gonna be on some different stuff. All right. Another thing I want to talk about is Diddy and Puff Daddy. And basically the sentiment on that is, I do. I mean, just for the simple fact that everybody is such a large majority of people that's concerned about it, or maybe it don't seem like it people are concerned in real life, but the fact that media is just trying to make it a concern, trying to make an awareness, like I'm just like my thought process and any energy that I add to that would be on the lines of him having fairness and not being used as some sacrificial lamb or something, like that he's a representation and an example of like fairness, because I don't know all the details, but according to the last podcast person's room, and I usually call out the podcaster, so this is just the setup. So in the real show, I would have the podcaster's name and stuff like that. Shout out to them for giving information, but that's my source. Like I would cite my source, and I think that's another reason why like a lot of content creators don't like to get called out, because they know that a lot of that information isn't just theirs. Like they front like they just got the information on their own and they didn't get it from nowhere else, but they really got it from a source. And now if you source them, that make them like maybe they in cahoots with you, or like maybe somehow like they, I guess they don't want to get caught. Like I don't know what that's about. Like, because if a person is calling out different people because they're sourcing like where they got that information, that really shouldn't be no issue. It shouldn't be no cause for no special remedy and uh, magic social spell to like this person and that person to get this person to stuff. Like what? That's weird. Like that is the weirdness. That is weird. And like, yeah, I don't be falling for no vampire in Brooklyn type of deals. Like, no, they staying, they dating at no homeless man house, like with the stuff all because he done whipped up a spell and it looked like all kind of something truly great. And no, okay. What was the other issues I wanted to speak up to on? And shout out to YouTube before I get into that. Shout out to YouTube. Like, I mean, like, I get it. I get you like wanting to get into the, it's like you have access to that. You want to make it a point. You're like, hey, I want to make it a point of this distinction between when the program has access to your stuff and when it doesn't. And it's probably for legal reasons they had to do it. So I get it. I get it, YouTube. It's all good. You ain't got a shadow being my short like that though. Yeah, you could put it in a rotation. You could put it in a rotation for real. Okay, but no, I want to talk about not just. I also want to talk about like Chat GPT and my experiences with that. The type of questions I ask, type of responses I get. I think that's really cool. But dang, before I had got into the YouTube, it was something on the lines of that. But then it took me into that, so it took me way too far where I want to be. So, the drugs. So yeah, duh. Okay, the drugs. Now with drugs not being, I think it's more genuine to show the perspectives of people on drugs. And I like the wine, like people drinking wine. There's like you can't show people drinking wine, people smoking marijuana, you can't show that. People who I guess was like promoting shrooms and psychedelics and then speaking is like, but I would like that. I would like to learn that. I would like to have access to a whole bunch of people who genuinely smoke marijuana and how they talk. And I like to differentiate any differences, even if there is. I would like to discover, even if there is not any differentiations between like people speaking and like, yeah, I would want to know that. So it's kind of like, it's unfair that it's like you're utilizing a platform, but then if I'm curious of certain things on my scientific mind, it's like I can't have those discoveries, but this is my environment. So it's like my environment is so ultra not natural. So like not only is it like not like trees and tents and me living in the wilderness and stuff like that, but it's like even this synthetic man-made world seems to be like conditioned even further. And it's like, why? Okay. What else did I want to touch on today? I want to touch on I don't know really. So I guess like it was some other things, but Halloween. Halloween. Oh my goodness. Halloween. Halloween. I know I'm really a little bit confused. So if somebody see this video, so I was looking up like the guy who came up with Bitcoins, like Yoshi. But then it's like I like this right here. Like, do you guys know about this? Like this. Here we go. Tokyo Ghoul. And Tokyo Ghoul is like created from, I thought, is that the same name? See, now, see, I don't speak normally like Japanese or Chinese or Korean, or like, I'm not. So, like, some of the words and some of the names sound. And so, anytime I have that experience, I like, exactly. Anytime I have that experience, it kind of takes me back to, but what about when I have, like, as a person, a similar name to somebody else who's known for something else, but it's something else? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, so that separation in the name, it certainly does deserve a ritual. And then, shout outs to the creators of Harry Potter, because it's so funny. I was watching a Harry Potter movie years ago, and I didn't understand the part, but it stuck with me. And someone was like, "Watch Harry Potter." So I've been watching Harry Potter, and then I understand that whole like movie now with that particular part. And I understand that part and how it relates to me, and why I was like, "Oh, it's the one again. That's crazy." And how it was like pertaining to me, like, oh, this is all about me. Yes, one. And we talking about who? Me. Exactly. And that's the name I named my chatterbait. Like, we came up with a clever name for my like chatterbait blue robot D. It's like having a Rudy, like, off of Keeping Up with the Jetsons. Rudy, yes, George. Good morning. So anyway, yeah, it's really I am blown away by like the conversation skills of the chatter chat GPT thing. I need to do a thing on chat GPT. I think that would be like a really popular kind of virally type of video that could go on. I don't know about viral. I don't even want to call it viral. I just think that that's a video that everybody would love. So then another thing, ooh, I auditioned for I still can't get her name right. I'm always doing these public auditions. I'm always learning things. And so, I think I want to dedicate like a series for that. So I don't want to make a whole bunch of pages. I think really what I'm gonna do is just make little series. And shout out to TikTok for like kind of structuring that structure, right? Because it's like you could just sell these series. You ain't gotta keep making pages on our platform, right? So I'm gonna make a series about like, my experience with like TV shows, appearing on TV shows, appearing on game shows. I have appeared on 3 games. One time I was in 3 games. I was on 3 game shows in 1 year. Can't stop, won't stop, baby. And yeah, so I'm always on these content creator when they be having like people up, I'm always going up. And I was like, you got a lot of experience with that. Like, what was it? It's like win or fail. Is it win or fail? Win or lose? But it's something or fail. Succeed or fail. I don't know how I was trying to say that. Either way, I got a lot of experience with that shit, okay? And it's like I don't be walking away just like la la la, even though it may seem like that if I come on the same way, because I'm just me at the end of the day, okay? When me got a 14, it's okay. It's okay, I'll take the 7-7. I'll take the fifth because you know the fifth the midnight. You ready for the fifth meeting? Anyway, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So you can't stop me. Once you put it out there, it's out there, baby. Okay? Flows. So but so yeah, no, I was seriously though. I was thinking about that. I was like, yeah, you got a lot of experience doing that. I'm back on the hair doing shit. I want to talk about how that happened. I mean, I could talk about it right quick. Basically, I had my cosmetology license in my hand. I was gonna toss it over, like, how you pick something, toss it, because and someone's like, no, just throw that in your bag today. I threw it in my bag. Went to my pole class. You know what I'm saying? Got my fruit, and it was on some. I didn't have the right change. I had to go. Oh, I should have paid attention to what short change I was. But anyway, I had to go back out to my car, get the change, and I was kind of like, I almost gave up. Now I looked under the seat, looks like some more change. So I finally had enough. So I went in there, paid for my apricots, and switched the apricots out because I just one sales lady I always get. She be trying to make sure she always ring me up, but I just like do not want her like touching my food like that. I'm real sensitive about that. Then we're gonna talk about, I don't know if we're gonna talk about McDonald's and how my onions was like on the counter and she scooped it from the counter on top of the burger, and I just didn't even like that. And they couldn't even make my food no more. I just had to get my $2 back, even though I was getting a discount on the double cheeseburger in the first place, but I couldn't even do it like 40% off. I still don't want it. So I have to give me my money back too. And I started to like them like keep the money. But I was like, oh, I can't even do that. No, stay strong, girl. Just get your money and just don't go there no more. Then I went to the lady on the street who sells tacos. It was like the best tacos ever. And then I wish the money that I spent off the fries and stuff like that I didn't. And then I had just got the taco right off the bat. Cause it was a good taco. They say I don't understand how $5 turned into, because I did get it. That was just like a dollar something, and I gave her 20. So then, how was I not able to get the three tacos for $10? Why did I only have $7? Where did the other $3 go? Anyway, it was like the best because I was like really craving meat, and like her tacos just had me so satisfied. So it's like I ain't gonna say racism, but I like the word biasness. I forget what content creator I heard used it, but like bias. I probably said that shit. I probably got that from me. But anyway, yeah, I don't like the whole bias. Like, dang, when it comes to my food and you sitting there, cause like I've never done that to people. I don't play with people's food. Like I may joke about it or something like that, but I would never seriously like play with nobody food. Not in a serious way. Like, I don't know. How about trying to make sure I ain't never like played in nobody food before? Now I do some shit like mark some shit for me, and you mess with my food. If you end up eating some shit you ain't want to eat, if you trying to be sneaky eat my food, you should ask. Now I don't even think I do that. I got time for that. I'm the type of person like you hungry, like whether I got it or not. Like I'm gonna buy you something to eat. If you fucking like if we like what I'm saying, like because I don't know. This has been so many instances of that. I don't know what happened first. If the instances happened first, or if they happened for me, or if I did them. But I was talking with a friend and he was like, if you do something for people and I was like, and you expect them to do it big, that's not really giving. I'm like, no, the universe fucking owes me. Like, fuck that. If I give to the universe, a bitch would go around, fuck come around, you better, she ain't gotta be from the same person. He was like, that's not really in the spirit of giving. And it's like, that's when I realized that I'm in a different mind frame of like some people because I be like, I got a lot of shit that I want to get rid of or that I don't need anymore. So if I have stuff and I don't need it anymore and it helped for when I had it, I want to pass on. Like, because I don't be looking at giving people things, I be looking at people giving people opportunities because most of the things I got, like, I needed it. Or before I got it, I believed I needed it, or it solved some kind of issue in my life. Like, even if it's just mental harmony, like it solves some type of issue. And so, if somebody is dealing with the same issue, and now I got this thing that solved the same issue I had, why would I keep it? Like, no, here you use it so it could solve your issue. And if you run into somebody else, give it to them so it could solve their issue. And you know what that promotes? I'll tell you what it don't promote. It doesn't promote overproduction. Okay? It doesn't. It does like no overproduction. And do you know what that prevents? Catastrophe. Because when you have overproduction, because then when you have overproduction, then you know what that leads to? Somebody feeling like, oh, this is too much, and now we have to get rid of it. Because anytime you overproduce, that means you have an overabundance, and when you have an overabundance, it's always going to be somebody who feel like that's too much. Let's figure out ways to get rid of it. And then when you do that, it's like you can't really control that stuff. So you shouldn't have tried to control for the overproduction. Like, you see what I'm saying? And that's where it leads. And that's where it starts, because if somebody's just taking what's already there and you're passing and you're sharing it, now it's the spirit of, like, sharing, keeping it together. See, that promotes keeping it together, keeping it clean, hygiene, keeping it in a good standing position, repair, fixing, keeping, like, stuff like that. Like, to me, that's just like love. If you overproduce, no, everybody just needs to have their own. I could have my own. You could have your own. And then what y'all gonna do with it? Like, because you can't take it with you. You can't take it with you. So why are you overproducing? All right, then. That part. And let me see what else. Because like I said, so yeah, so that's what I was talking about. So 21, exactly, 21. So I have my cosmetology license. We did the like fruit thing. I separated. I went and got my other apricots. And me all doing this caused me to like still be in the area when this guy came in to hand out his flyers. He really came in there for me, and I didn't really realize it. I didn't even take one of his flyers because I was like, you know what, keep your flyer, because I realized how expensive and stuff flyers is and stuff. I was like, I come here all the time in this area, for the fish place flyer. And I was like, I'll check you out. He's like, oh yeah, I'm right there down in the corner. So I was like, all right, I really wasn't thinking about getting my hair done and stuff like that. You feel me? I wasn't thinking about getting my hair done at the time. But when I went out there, when I went down that way, I paid attention. It was like hiring stylists, right? So I was like, oh shit, I gotta go in there, right? Because I already, out of all the things that have in front of me that morning, I had my cosmetology license. And someone was like, put it in your bag. And it's funny because I started not to put it in my bag. Like, I don't always listen to those like thoughts to be like, do this. I'm like, nah, like, you telling me what to do. But no, this time I listened. I put it in my bag. Then I was there. And I think if I'd have just took the flyer, I probably wouldn't have paid attention to where it was. You know what I'm saying? It's because I didn't take the flyer. He was like, it was in the corner. And I actually paid attention to it being in the corner. And so, anyway, long story short, I went right on back in there. Well, I went in there because it was like different now, because now we in his shop. I went on up in there and was like, asked him about Boo Friend. And I can share like business aspects of the happening on like social media 23, but I can tell you that I did a retwist the day before yesterday. Oh, and then I had to put my hand, I got like this hand massager, which is crazy because I already was like massaging my hands like days before, like weeks before. Really, it's kind of like the spirit arcing knew it was gonna put me back into like doing people here and stuff. And so it was like, we gonna, like, I didn't have this massager for a long time. Mind you, I got one, two, three. I got 3 hand massages in my hands, like all tore up. But it's cool though. Like, I fought for my country. So, still fighting for my country low key. So once, I put in that hand work. So anyway, so I was already massaging my hands and walking around with the hand massager like all on my hand and stuff. And so yeah, I massaged my hand yesterday. I think I'm gonna have to do a little bit more today. And I'm in there, baby. I'm doing so far I did a braid. I did. I really should have told him like I don't regrade after people work and shit like that. But I ain't even do that. All I did is I just went ahead, washed my hands, did his head, washed my hands before I did the like wash my hands after I before I did it. After I was done, wash my hands before I did the new person. After I was done, like that's what I did because I'm cool like that. I really don't. I really don't like. No, you're not supposed to like take. I did it. I was like, cool. Because I feel like sometimes you do that. Them guidelines. You just gotta break them. Sometimes you gotta break the rules. Harry Potter, straight up. So I did. And you know what? I really think he might come back to me. I don't know, but I know his son was so the cutest son, and you wouldn't even thought it was his son. Cause like speaking of the multicultural spirit, like I was saying, it's some multicultural stuff. Like multicultural gonna be the little word. Don't even worry about it. I'm gonna follow me on TikTok and y'all had a background, all that. But anyway, so he had this little streak of like I don't know, but I thought somebody was a color genius. I was like, dang, I'm like, that little streak is dope. I like, I don't know how they did it. It was all close to his skin, too. I'm like, a little kid got his hair done. Like, that is dope. And that's how I want to let y'all know. Don't nobody dye your hair like God, okay? I'm just saying that shit. Like, people covering up that gray, you kind of lame for that. Cause I mean, like, come on, like, and people with birth, like, you could look that up now, like hair birthmarks and and natural gray and stuff like that. Can't nobody who be dyeing hair and color hair do it as good as that. Like you come close. I ain't even gonna lie. Some people do got gifted hands and they could do the same, but it still ain't gonna last because once your roots start growing, you know what I'm saying? God be doing that retouch up under the scalp. Okay, like period. So you say you hear it, you see what's going on up in the little. I mean, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Moving, fire, fire. Okay. So then, yeah, I actually might go ahead and play this and post this, and then what I'm gonna do is when I come back, I'm gonna do the hairdresser version of this. So I wrote it all down this time, so it should be easier to like, you know what I'm saying? I shouldn't get lost with like, oh, so I'm just doing the structure thing, right? I'm doing the structure thing, and yeah, this is it. I love the environment. I love that, and that's not to take away from the previous environments I was in, because I respect those environments too. As a matter of fact, I'm like so overjoyed with growth because whether those past environments like welcome me like graciously or not, like I went back into them. Like you get what I'm saying? I went back to that place. And we ain't all good, but we still good. You feel me? And that's pretty much everywhere around me. Like my home poster here. We ain't good, girl, but we still good. Cause I'm like, how you gonna be so fake with people you don't even like? And you can't even be fake and harmonious with me and you say you like me. So it's like, I know I'm hard to place with people, but still. And like everywhere. And I'm not talking about like that last example wasn't the post studio. I was talking about in general, just in general, all the places that I've been. Like how you going, you know what I'm saying? But then maybe they could make up their mind about me. But I'm telling the world right now, if you got a doubt, just go on ahead and don't motherfucking like me. Okay? Like if you got a doubt, check it out. Just put it to you don't, because there's too many people in the world, and it must be like I don't want to be responsible for anybody around me who don't like me when I feel like I'm a distraction for them going out to find the people who they genuinely like. Like, do that make sense? It ain't even like a fuck you, I don't like you. It's not even a that. It's that don't put that on me. Like, because I don't take joy in having your attention when you can have the attention of somebody who loves you more, respects you more, willing to listen to you more.